Evander, first game as an Oiler, and you got your first goal. How good does that feel?
You know, you're being brought in to produce in your first game and early on in the first period, definitely is a good feeling.
He looks in decent shape. You can tell he's rusty. Hasn't played in a while, so he'll have to get up to speed a little bit. But it's good to get him up and get him in the lineup and get him going.
Is it just nice getting back on the ice and focusing on a game again?
Yeah, I think so. I think when you get on the ice, you kind of put everything else to bed, and hopefully that continues.
Hey, everybody. We're Five-Hole Fantasy Hockey. I'm Zach Vogel. With me today is Mike Rogerson.
Hey there.
And TJ Branson.
Oh my
Hey.
God, he's back.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yay.
Hey.
Crawled out of my hole a little bit. Yeah, I've been taking a little mental health vacation.
Just got a lot of shit going on.
Yeah.
Family to support and a lot of hours to work. I mean, it happens to the best of us. There ain't nothing wrong with that. I have a puppy.
I've been pretty out of the fantasy hockey loop. I don't even have time to set my lineups most days. I feel a bit like a hypocrite coming on talking fantasy hockey when I really don't know. So I'm here as a guest.
Have you not pooped in the last while?
I have, but I have so much to catch up on, man.
Set your lineup while you're pooping. There you go.
Don't bite off more than you can chew. I'm in way too many fucking leagues. Way too many leagues. Like, I feel like, I don't know if you guys have ever seen the show. I think you should leave with Tim something. Do you know what show I'm talking about?
Yes.
Great fucking show.
Yes.
So he does this like faux prank show skit thing where he's like dressing up as this old man, and he just breaks down. And he's like, I gotta get this shit off me. Oh man, look it up. It's fucking great.
Carmine, can you hear me? Carmine.
Too much fucking shit on me.
What?
There's too much fucking shit on me. I can't breathe. So hot.
Carmine, buddy.
I can't do this. We did way too much.
You can do this.
I'm telling you, I can't. I'm so hot. There's too much fucking shit on me. I can't. I don't even want to be around anymore.
We got the week preview coming up. It's going to be a 2-week week. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday coming up. And then we have the All-Star break. All right, starting out. Let's go to the injuries.
'Tis but a scratch. A scratch? I've heard worse.
I'm going to start with Toivo Teravainen here. He is out with an illness, but as per Rod Brindamore after their win tonight, where Antti Raanta actually looked really good coming back from having a month off. I think a full month that he hasn't played hockey.
Sounds about Raanta.
He's been practicing and everything like that, but man, he actually played really well tonight. So anybody that had the balls to stream him on a one gamer after he's coming back for the first time after a month, good job.
Who do you play?
They played the Devils, but I mean, in my eyes, honestly, I think that's almost like a freaking trap game. They've had some tough games where they've gone to overtime a lot, like especially this past week. And New Jersey is a decently good squad. Like, they can put it on you when they want to press you on. Yeah, when they want to press you with their offense, like, they do it. You know what I mean? They had like 2 or 3 breakaways tonight. Our boy Jesper Bratt was on one of them, and Raanta stoned him. So, I mean, just saying. Tuukka Rask didn't suit up. Lower body injury. TJ just says he's old.
Yeah, he's old.
He's so old.
He's just old. So he's out already.
That's what happens.
And you know what the whole thing is? Jeremy Swayman just got reassigned. You know what I mean? You don't know if they're going to be bringing him back up. If they bring him back up, you have to think that, this is going to be a longer thing for Tuukka Rask. Hopefully it's just something quick that he was like a game time decision. Moving on, Jonathan Toews is out with a concussion. He's in protocol right now. Seems like Jonathan Toews had a lot of concussions. Like, Jonathan Toews has been around for a sneaky long time.
He's conked up. He's been conked.
Yeah,
a couple times.
So I don't know. I hope you're all right, Jan Toews, because I don't know anybody that dislikes Jonathan Toews.
good dude. I don't know if he hasn't really been super relevant a decade or so, but hope he gets better.
No, he had a good year, I think, last year.
I still like Jonathan Toews.
I like him.
Sure.
Adam Fox is on IR. No Norris for you, Adam Fox?
It's Makar's turn, man. That's all it is. Like, Even if Fox was playing, I still think Makar, like, it's his year.
The media seems to say so, yeah.
Just no denying what Makar is putting together. I agree with him for a change. You know what I mean? So it's one of those years that, maybe it is Makar's turn, but he's also putting together a year that deserves it too. So, every once in a while it's a gimme, this guy deserves one. He never got one, blah, 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 throw it. But for me, it's Makar right now if I'm voting. I'm not.
I feel you. I actually very much so agree with you. Raj did bring up a good point earlier, though, when he threw Hedman into the mix, and that's like a super viable one. I'll give you that.
Every year,
a super viable one. If it ended up that Hedman won the Norris again, I wouldn't be surprised. I would hoot and holler.
I mean, if you look at Makar's like last 10 games, it is he definitely deserves a Norris for this kind of production.
Putting together highlight reels too at the same time.
He's playing 25 to 30 minutes and like getting 2 points a night, tons of power play points. He's hitting a bit. He's shooting like at forward rates right now. Yeah, I mean, if he can sustain or even like not sustain this is insane. But if he can stay healthy, I think is the main thing, because he does tend to go down a lot. But he's had his little injury for this year. I think he definitely has a very, very, very good shot at the Norris. But it's pretty interesting to look. There's quite a few D who are having really good seasons this year. But I don't think you could argue with Makar winning it anyways. But yeah, Fox. I think he's out 3 games. Is that what they said? Upper body injury.
Jacob Trouba, yeah, he's on IR, so minimum 7 days.
Jacob Trouba didn't do anything with it before. What makes you think he's going to do it now?
Well, he's having a sneaky good year.
New York is, they're scoring at a higher rate.
Chris Kreider is scoring nonstop.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Non-fucking stop, man. Jesus.
I love it.
He won't stop. He can't. Jacob Trouba is, I think he's like 3rd in defenseman for shots, which is ridiculous just in its own. And, always year in, year out, puts together.
And
this year more so than ever. He hits, he blocks, he does it all. He's always like this late round pick that's, tried and true and steady. And yeah, he won't get the power play time, but, he's putting together all these bash stats, which is great. And now he's got power play time. He's not, ownable. I think he's like 84% rostered in Yahoo here. So you're not picking him up.
2 owned.
No, not owned enough. I think at 84. So 16% of leagues, fucking go get him, man. Like now more than ever, I assume these 14% or 16% of leagues are like, we don't count shots and blocks, and it's a 5-team league or some dumb shit. But like Trouba, man, go.
All right, moving on. Your boy, Raj, Josh Norris, is out with a shoulder injury. Their depth in Ottawa is just so fucking bad. You got Stützle and Brady Tkachuk, and that's all. Tyler Ennis is on the top line as of right now. Zach Sanford has spent some time there. He didn't do shit. But, I mean, you're seeing names like Clark Bishop up, Igor Sokolov. Come on. Like, this depth is just horrible.
It's getting tested.
But Tim Stützle is still he's still scoring and he's still getting points. I'll say that. Tim Stützle is still doing it and he is available. You got to like that a lot more when Josh Norris is back. Him and Brady Tkachuk play really well together. Unfortunately, you're not going to have D-Bath for a while. Yeah. While. Nathan McKinnon is out with a nose injury. He was going to be missing 3 games. He has already missed a game out of that 3 and will miss 2 more.
How much do you think of Nazem Kadri's year having to do with how often Nathan McKinnon goes down? He's had back-to-back 3-point games, or in recent memory here, that he's just crushing it. And how much of that is because he's playing top line like half the season so far? Because McKinnon's just off, on.
Doesn't hurt. Definitely doesn't hurt to get the extra deployment. He's been pretty consistently amazing all year, though. I mean, they're kind of like the new Pittsburgh, right? Like Colorado just can't keep a lineup together. Kadri's kind of plowed through all of it so far. I still don't feel like it's true. Like when you look at the point totals and you've got like, he's tied with McDavid right now. Unless, well, depending on what happened tonight, but I think he's tied with McDavid right now. Nazem Kadri.
That doesn't sound right. Doesn't feel right.
Just for Toronto fans, what did Toronto end up getting out of that whole deal, right?
Zach's trying to get us back on track. What's up? He's like wiping his face. He's so frustrated with us.
I am trying to get us a little back on track.
You're the biggest like proponent of him. You suggested him earlier this year, and I was like, yeah, I don't know.
And I still am, because I don't think it really has that much to do with McKinnon being out. He has the ice time. He's always played this same kind of game. It's not teaching an old dog new tricks. He's still being Nazem Kadri all the time. He's not even on that line anyway. When McKinnon's playing, he's not playing with Kadri. It's Rantanen, Landeskog, and McKinnon. And Kadri isn't getting that much, top line center time.
Well, how many games has McKinnon lost? And how often, like, do they put JT Compher up there a ton, or is it fucking?
I think they pretty much move. It's more of a Nishushkin thing. They've put Logan O'Connor up there.
Yeah, they did have Rantanen at center. That was weird.
But they pretty much had Nazem Kadri and Andrei Burakovsky on a line together for the bulk of the year. I'm not saying it's not a pro in that category where you're getting a little bit extra because McKinnon isn't there, but I don't think it's the biggest piece of the puzzle.
I would venture a guess and say that more than 0 points were because he took.
So would I.
Yeah.
But I still say that him and Burakovsky have played together more than, you know what I mean? That's his main line mate.
All right.
And it has been that way all year long.
Onward
And upward. Well, actually, kind of onward and downwards. We're going to start with some crappy news. Aaron Dell looks like a douchebag. Who hasn't seen the hit that he put on? He kind of gave him a little forearm shiver to Drake Batherson and sent him flying into the board.
That's super not cool.
He is going to be out he's like month to month.
Yeah,
he's going to be out for like 2-3 months, something like that. Yeah. And
sucks,
Aaron
man.
Dell was suspended for 2 games, but he ended up getting waived today by Buffalo, no less.
Ouch.
You got waived by Buffalo, my man.
What's their depth at goalie right now? Do they have one?
I think they had to go below the AHL to get a goalie.
Well, I mean, they have like 6 players.
75-year-old Craig Anderson's back. Maybe
Craig Anderson?
Yeah.
And Dustin Tokarski? Okay, I can see having Tokarski up there. That's at least kind of interesting. But man, Craig Anderson, that's awesome.
Good for him. They are fucked with injury right now. Like, their whole top power play unit, for the most part, is out with COVID. I think it was like Olafson, Dahlin's out. Is that who they got on goalie? Yeah, Anderson and Tokarski.
Yeah, they're still beating Arizona 3-1 right now.
Well, hold on. God. Like, Daily Faceoff doesn't have their shit together because Tokarski's on IR and Craig Anderson's on IR, but they're also their starting goalies.
I think they were, as of yesterday, they were still both. Those two were still both out.
Well, what are they going to do? Like, do they have a goalie? That's what I mean. Like, what's happening here?
I don't think they were already awful, and then this happened, so I don't think it really matters.
Subban's out for the season. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen moved to IR on Monday. He's not due back until February 10th. I don't know. I guess maybe Craig. I don't know. I'm here on Puckpedia. I don't see him, so maybe they're back.
I mean, I wasn't picking up any of those other goalies anyway.
Yeah,
so this is all kind of just.
It was a thought exercise, just curiosity, a little bit of sadism, I guess. Like, who the fuck are they going to put?
Yeah,
they're just going to have Casey Fitzgerald in goal.
All right. Well, before TJ kills the cat, let's move on to some good news. The Flyers broke their 13-game losing streak.
Oh, God.
Squeaked out
in overtime.
Great. In overtime, they squeaked one by.
By the skin of their teeth, too. Fucking Jerry Mayhew. Man.
Squeaked one by. Way to go, Fly Boys.
God. So we went to the Flyers game last Monday, me and Des. Nobody gives a shit at the stadium. No one. Like they were trying to do those like everybody make some noise. Nobody. Not even like one drunk dude whistling. Nothing. Fucking silence. Gritty. People were just like fucking shrugging him off, dude. Like nobody cares. It's so sad.
Gritty.
Like holy fuck, the Flyers are bad. Holy fuck.
That's hilarious.
I would have been making some noise.
I got to see
I
J
would've
Rob
made some
though.
noise.
I went to the Dallas game. I saw J Rob. He looks solid.
Nice. He's so
Good looking
good.
Sure,
dude.
he did.
Des got a puck. How cool.
That is probably definitely the highlight.
Yeah.
Is that Desi got a puck.
Yeah. He had
Good
fun.
for the little
He
guy.
had fun.
Sure, he did. I would have fun. I'm a grown man. Next up, this is mixed good and bad news, depending on how you take it and your views on Evander Kane. But he's back and he's playing for the Oilers.
Bouchard, shot score off the post and in. And that might have been tipped home by the newest Edmonton Oiler, Evander Kane.
He scored a goal tonight, and he played, and he actually
In
had
that
a decent
order.
game.
In that order.
he actually had a decent game.
Fuck yeah.
TJ, I know that you are super stoked on this because
Oh, yeah.
you were the one that picked him up in every fucking league.
Yeah, fuck you guys.
So no one listening to this can even pick him up anyway because, TJ already picked him up.
Yeah. And because I don't set my lineups, he's probably on my bench, just making you mad. Sorry, everybody.
He's playing on the top line with friggin' McDavid, too. He's playing on the fucking top line.
So let's dig into this lineup because you got Yamamoto on the first line too. Like who knows how like long this is gonna last, right? These wingers here, Warren Vogel on line 2 with Jess Pujärvi and Leon Draisaitl. Look at their top 9 though. Edmonton's top line or top 9. They finally have depth, don't they? Like look at this. This is a team that has 3 lines now.
Kinda.
I'm not a fan of my boy Ryan Nugent-Hopkins getting taken off the Draisaitl line. I don't like that.
It's the right thing to do, but it's also the wrong thing to do. Which is
care.
Which is so perfectly
care.
Dave Tippett. Yeah. But like, if I'm holding my thumb up here and I block out the centers, they don't really have a top 9. They don't. It's McDavid, Draisaitl, Nugent-Hopkins. That is why they have depth.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So it's the wingers that benefit.
They have secondary depth. You know what I mean? They have Hyman, Kane, and Pujärvi.
You know who you and me, Zach, both like? Warren Vogel.
Yeah, I do like Warren Vogel.
He's a good Hail Mary, like with Draisaitl.
He's just a hard worker. He is actually kind of Zach Hyman-esque.
What do we call him? The bulldog, right? He's just a bulldog.
He is a fucking bulldog. But that's because he's
Ah.
a career like 4th liner. You know what I mean? You have to be. You have to be if you want to make an NHL roster, and that's what Warren Vogel does. That's why I do kind of like him.
What's your level of interest on Yamamoto right now?
A lot.
Yeah.
I
you don't seem too happy about that.
I don't know. Yeah, because I almost picked him up the other day, and like he's burned me.
He's a catfish. He catfishes everybody all the time.
He's like fucking Lumiere, man. He's burned me before.
But he had an assist tonight, 1 shot, a hit, a block.
See, and I'll tell you what, I think that's a big part of it for me is the shots. Man, he just don't fucking shoot, and it
That's
makes
a deal breaker.
me upset. Like, man, I can't be picking up guys like recently. I picked up Michael Backlund instead of someone like Kyler Yamamoto, who's playing with McDavid.
Oof, throwback.
And out of nowhere, Michael Backlund shooting like 6, 7, 8 shots a game. And getting goals on top of it. So, yeah, I want the guy that for the last 4 games have been shooting 6 or 7 shots on goal.
That's fair.
Rather than the guy that shoots once, 1 shot on goal.
Even if he's playing with McDavid.
Yes.
It's that big of a deal breaker for us.
I want shots on goal. I love shots on goal. I like over 3, but if there's just some guy that's shooting out of his mind, yeah, I'm into looking into it.
Yeah. And while we're at it, fuck you, Rob Thomas. Chandler Stevenson, you're okay. I like you.
The little Chando experiment is kind of waning a bit. He's out now too, hey? He went out today, I think.
I was just saying somebody that doesn't shoot that I like for no reason. But he doesn't shoot.
No, he definitely.
I don't know. maybe it's a player by player basis, but I do base a lot of my pickups. It plays a big role. Shots on goal. It plays a big role in whether or not I'm going to pick you up.
So on the power play, I mean, Barry's out. Bouchard's the guy right now. So go fucking take a swing at Bouchard. Let's just throw that in there. But let's also talk about what we're doing about Hyman and Puljujarvi at these points. What do with these guys? What are you guys doing?
Did you just say what do?
What do?
I'm still more interested in Hyman than Puljujarvi at this point. The whole team's been shit, so all their recent stats are low for everybody. I bet the next 3 games before the All-Star break, they're probably going to be shuffling around that top 9 and trying stuff out among those, top 6, top 9 forwards. So I think you're going to have to keep an eye on the next 3 games, but I really think that, personally, I like Hyman the best of Hyman, Puljujarvi, Yamamoto. He's the most owned by a lot.
Well, all right, so let's just look at today's game. And maybe I need to refresh this if it's still going on, but you got Evan Bouchard ran the power play, and then Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, Draisaitl, McDavid, and Puljujarvi by way of time on ice as the first unit. Second unit, Evander Kane, Hyman, Nurse, McLeod, and Duncan Keith. So yeah, Yamamoto not on the power play. He's probably 3rd out of 3 for me. Puljujarvi keeping that top power play. I guess I would inch towards him, but Hyman, I don't know, 3rd line with RNH or 2nd line Puljujarvi with Draisaitl.
I'm personally leaving I'm leaning in the Puljujarvi direction, not going to lie. But I do kind of want to point out how great Evan Bouchard has been playing lately.
Oh, he's the guy.
So far tonight, Hyman's got 2 goals and an assist tonight. So that's all right. Seems to be working.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm not.
That's
I'm not
a fine game.
Hey, you're never going to hear me badmouth Zach Hyman. You know what I mean? But I'm also going to be honest when I say that I think if those lines are how they stick to it, or if they, I'm sure things get jumbled up through the game, who plays with who. But if they're sticking mainly with the Zach Hyman, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins line, I'm going to go with Puljujarvi playing with Draisaitl, just because as much as I love Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, Draisaitl is just better.
Yeah. I mean, look at the time on ice.
Yeah, that's going to be a big part of who I pick up. He's just playing with somebody who's just better. And I love RNH. I love him.
It's resulted in 0 shots and 0 points tonight, and 1 hit for Puljujarvi and 3 points for Hyman. So I'm going to
Hyman is getting more time on ice.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And he's just better. And they pay him more. I think they're going to go with Hyman.
Baffling the way they do things. Okay, Yamamoto has the most time on ice amongst forwards. How strange. Just in this game. I mean, it's Montreal, so it's a game you can play around with a little bit. But Warren Vogel has more time on ice than Leon Draisaitl. I don't know. This is a weird game. I want to drop Puljujarvi, but we're in a deep league. I want to drop Puljujarvi. I'm fucking tired of him.
He's frustrating.
Bouchard is only 49% owned.
Bouchard is, I think, hands down, everyone agrees Bouchard is the safe pick for sure. And you know what? With Barry out, if this clicks...
Well, he's available in over half the league.
If this clicks, this whole Kane experiment, and he kind of gets everybody juiced up, that's going to get the power play going. And if Bouchard's on there, I mean, Barry will probably never get it back, right? So if this works, Bouchard, you'll probably end up holding till the end of the season, I would say.
Yeah, it's time. It's time. Barry's been butt cheeks this year, so...
And Bouchard is really good.
Yeah.
He's so good.
We love him.
Week preview. What do you say, boys?
Yeah.
How do you dig?
Raj, take us away.
Like you said, it's a 2-week-long week, but we got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then 4 days off. And then next week is most of the makeup games. So there's some crazy schedules next week. So we'll do a whole other episode on next week. But for this week... I would start with the schedules to avoid, which is St. Louis, Montreal, and Carolina don't play. So drop your fringe players on St. Louis, Montreal, Carolina for sure.
Yeah, fuck you, Rob Thomas.
All right, I'll drop all of my Montreal people.
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. For best schedules, over the next week and a half here, 2 weeks. It is all most of the makeup games. So there's a lot of Canadian teams, and the Islanders essentially have the best schedules. But for the front half of this week, we kind of just went through Edmonton and all the players they have available, and they also kind of have possibly the best schedule as well. They have the Monday and Wednesday. They play Ottawa, who is without Batherson, without Norris now. So Ottawa's looking pretty limp. And then Washington. So all those guys we just talked about on Edmonton, I think they're all options. Yamamoto, Puljujarvi, Hyman, Bouchard. Like, they're all worth a swing for these couple of days, I'd say. Is there anything else you guys?
Yo, like Evander Kane is 7% more owned than Zach Hyman. So
what?
Go Jack.
Really?
Yeah. He's 68% owned right now, Evander Kane. It's good. I mean, by the time this goes up, like this episode goes out, it's going to be higher.
Yeah,
oh my God. It's
people
going
are
to
like,
jump overnight.
Holy fuck, Evander Kane's playing. You know,
and he scored a goal. Oh my God.
Yeah. So people are going to
I
jump.
just assumed he was 100% owned because I think I'm in 100% of leagues with you. So it wasn't even a thought for me because you've had him for a couple weeks. But yeah, I mean, Edmonton is what it is. We just talked about them. Another good schedule for the next few days is Toronto, who scored a buttload of goals tonight too. They have a Monday, Tuesday back-to-back against New Jersey. Big difference with Toronto as compared to Edmonton is most of Toronto's pretty owned. Couple of options there, though. Like one guy I like is Mikheyev. I think we all like Mikheyev.
Yeah. They wound up going back to their original lines. Like I think they ditched these, like Michael Bunting, Andre Kasha with Matthews. I think they jumbled it back, with Nylander back up there or something. Like Nylander on the third line's weird.
That is weird.
But Bunting's been hot. He got a hat trick.
He's been playing very well.
Yeah, he had a great night tonight with the hat trick, 7 shots. That's all right.
And he's been shooting in general. Not that much, but like he's been just under 3 a game. I can dig it.
Yeah, and he's been the type of guy this year where when he's been good in clumps, right? Depending on deployment and getting excited and whatnot. So he might be worth a pickup for those 3 days. He's only 16% rostered.
Yeah.
So that's not bad. That's doable.
Mikheyev's 11. Kasha is 6. So keep an eye on the lines.
Yeah, Mikheyev's been scoring, hey?
Yeah.
It's in the
he's been getting them goals.
Not owned very much category.
We like that.
Pick them up.
And they seem to be hot, right? Like Toronto seems to be scoring a bit.
Marazzic.
Damn it. Yeah, well, he does have that back-to-back. But
yes, Marazzic will get a start.
51%. That's not too owned. We're talking about all these other guys that are above 50%.
Evan Bouchard is less owned than Peter Marazzic. Fucking weird.
And I agree that, but I'm all for picking up Evan Bouchard. I couldn't agree more that he should be way more owned than 49%. But Peter Marazzic is available in half of leagues, 49% of leagues to be exact. Timothy and James.
You know who else is pretty sweet as a streamer is Kerfoot is still doing well. He had another 2 assists tonight. He's blocks like 1 or 2 a game. I didn't look at the lines tonight, but he did get the 2 points, and 1 was on the power play, so he must have got some power play time. And he's trial eligible as well, so in a streaming situation, you can slide him into any of the forward slots, which is pretty handy.
Ideal.
I don't have a lot of faith in Kerfoot going forward, but with a back-to-back like that, while Toronto's hot, he could be definitely worth throwing in there.
Look how you spelled Kyler. I think it's because you're on a Mac. Like it doesn't have spell check or anything.
You think he's important enough to be in spell check? I don't know how I spelled it, actually.
Okay, so who else you like, Raji Raj?
Calgary. Calgary's got a good schedule as well. Dallas and Arizona coming up. Calgary as a team has been scoring, especially that top line, but they've just been scoring, and like you already mentioned, like some of their old school guys have been starting to shoot again. Blake Coleman, 29% owned.
I like that guy.
7 points in the last 11. He shoots 4 times a game right now, hits 2 times a game. I like the Blake Coleman again.
Me too. I always like Blake Coleman though. Who's running their fucking power play? Is it still Rasmussen? God damn it. I hate that. I hate that so much.
You know what I hate even more is that Sean Monahan's centering the power play, and getting points on it.
I liked when Mangiapane was up there.
I don't like Monahan. I don't trust it, but he's had 6 points in the last several games, and 4 of them have been power play points, so it's basically all he's doing. But, I mean, Blake Holman's definitely the guy for Calgary for me.
How about that back-to-back, too? You got to like Vladar against Arizona on Wednesday. That's plum.
Nice word choice.
Thanks.
It's very plum.
Yeah.
I like that one.
And how have you not written Michael Backlund as one of your people on here? You know, I'm a little upset. 12% owned, and like I said, in his last 3 games, he has 7 shots on goal, 8 shots on goal, and 7 shots on goal.
He's almost 5 shots on goal in his last 5. He's got 4 points, 24 shots in his last 5 games.
Yeah.
Check him out.
True. Yeah.
Check him out.
12% owned. 12%.
Sure. Yeah, if you need shots, for sure. He gets a lot of shots.
If you need shots or points or awesomeness, if that's a category, pick up Michael Backlund because he's an awesome.
He leads the team in shots over the last 2 weeks.
He does.
Yeah.
That's true.
Can confirm.
Points.
Shots. I like shots. Detroit's got a pretty good one, too. They got the Ducks. They got LA. Can't hit on that.
Yeah, Detroit's not too bad.
The options are like limited.
Not a ton of depth there in there. God, I mean, obviously not going to pick him up, but Mo Sider is just, he's so good.
He's good.
He's so good.
He's good. I mean, I'm giving the Calder to Zegras. You can't not at this point, but yeah. I mean, look at Lucas Raymond, 58% rostered. He's got 4 points in his last 6. He's still shooting. Time on ice is really good. You can pick him up in 42% of leagues. So check him out. Jacob Vrana is getting close. It's worth looking. But are there any more teams that you take? Chicago's got a good one. They got.
You know what? I was actually going to ask you about Chicago.
And Dylan Strome has been playing really well and is super available.
That's exactly what I was.
You're going
say.
there.
You son of a bitch. Yeah, Dylan Strome, man. He actually is. He's playing really well right now.
8 points in his last 5 games. How about it?
He's playing really well.
Yeah.
Playing really well.
He's on that top. He's on the top line, top power play right now.
He's point per game for a month. 11 points in 11 games.
He's getting a ton of ice time. Like, come on. On top of the fact that they don't play on that heavy Tuesday with this little 3-day week we have going on. Tuesday, everybody plays. Everybody plays, except for the teams that aren't playing.
The only teams that don't play are the teams that aren't playing.
So what you're saying is the teams that play are playing.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, you're right. Most of the pretty much
saying, like the
playing.
teams that don't play on Tuesday are the teams that don't play at all week is what I'm getting at. And Chicago plays on Monday and Wednesday.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one. The Bagel Man's still doing pretty well too, believe it or not. Brandon Hegel.
Lots
Not
of shots.
quite as good as Strome, but got the shots. He's getting the goals. I don't know how or if Toe's going out really changes anything, but Strome's definitely a pickup.
Yeah, check him out if you like points.
Points are good. Don't like that they're coming from Chicago, but that's okay. Okay, side note. What the fuck, Kubalik? Still.
Yeah,
he's just done, isn't he? Eh?
He's chunking it up.
He's just doing nothing this year. It sucks.
He's shooting. It's
pretty sad because I do like him.
He was fun to like. Yeah, he was because he hit and he shot.
I know that he can be good. Like I've seen him be good before. It doesn't just he's playing poorly now, but I know that he at least has the capacity to do well. So
like a 3 or 4.
I'm not picking
game.
him up though. You know what I mean?
No, I tried. I tried to take a swing once or twice this year, just hoping like it was one of those. He's back, and I got like maybe a shot out of it or something. Vancouver's got a reasonable schedule. They got a couple of games, and they just got everybody back except Tanner Pearson. Thing with Vancouver is I own them all usually, so you can't have them. The one guy who's available, though, believe it or not, is Connor Garland.
He's about to get traded.
They say that, yeah. There's a lot of talk about him moving and about JT Miller moving and that everybody except Pettersson's getting traded. So we'll see what happens.
You guys got that whole big front office.
If I'm going to trade for somebody, I would rather trade for JT Miller than Connor Garland.
Well, we can't afford anyone. We just hired like 7 new managers, 8 new analytics people. So there's no room in the building for any more.
Jim
players.
Rutherford in there. So he trades. He does.
Yeah,
he does those things. Like that's what he does. He'll do it.
It'd definitely be if you're going to move either of those guys, but especially Miller. Like Miller's top 15 in the league right now. And in fantasy, he's just, we talk about him enough. But I mean, the thing with Miller is this year, his contract is one of the best, right? Like he doesn't get paid that much and for the output.
Yeah, 5.5, I think.
Next time around.
Yeah, but if you can get if you can get some ones for him,
have at it.
Yeah, it's going to have to be for prospects, I think, because
prospects.
Yeah,
some ones. Oh, I like ones.
Yeah, I won't.
I like first round picks.
I won't stick out my bottom lip at that. We're going to have a good first round pick. Flyers, because they're bad. They're real bad.
Because we suck so bad. All right, Raj.
Yo,
you like any other other teams here?
Not particularly.
I know we're going to be taking a little break for the All-Star break. So there, are no fantasy games for Thursday through Sunday. So make your pickup smart. Like we said, we're going to be back. We're going to do some week preview stuff coming up for, the following week even. There's some interesting teams there. Ottawa's playing 5 fucking times. So that's going to be something. Hopefully you have some guys back from Ottawa. But other than that, I forgot to say actually at the top of the episode, you can find us at FHF Hockey. And guys, TJ, it's been good having you back.
Good to be back.
Talk hockey, have a couple of drinks. It's been a good time.
Yeah, buddy.
Raj, everybody, TJ, love you.
Adios, turd nuggets.